TM to YouTube. Massive TOA changes have happened. They have just added a massive update that has made TOA much, much easier. Ignore the green screen stars, okay? It's early morning. Unlucky. They've added a massive update that makes it much easier, okay? In general, a bunch of things. Baba no longer hits you through prayer. A bunch of rooms are much easier. The biggest change for your raids, though, is going to be Akkha, okay? So what they did to Akkha is they've made it, he only prays against a single style, 2 styles, when you enter. So he only prays against the style that he's attacking you with. So that means when you enter Akkha, he'll be praying just melee. What that means for you is you now can butterfly with ranged weapons, okay? And this is a massive change because ranged weapons are much, 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 much better than magic. You never wanted to do, if you've ever done 4-tick butterfly with a trident, it's a bad time. You never ever make the DPS skip. It's terrible. But now we have a bunch of options for ranging. I've just done a Bofa guide, how to do Bofa butterfly already. One of the lesser known methods is 3-tick butterfly because it just doesn't come up. You're never using a weapon before that you could do 3-tick. It was only in like leagues and stuff. But now you can do 3-tick butterfly with Atlatl. Thank God, Atlatl Gnomonkey's back. Back with a new merch. So easy, okay? So this is not better than Bofa, but it's much cheaper. Okay, this setup costs 1/6 the Bofa setup, and it actually has the same DPS on the shadows, okay? That's the best part about it. You're going to be doing the exact same DPS as your Bofa brothers on the shadows. It's just a little worse on Akkha himself, but that matters a lot less because the odds of you missing a DPS skip are the same as with a Bofa, which is 0. 0. Very, very good. To show how this works and to make the fight a little longer, I'm going to be doing a 500. Now, big thing with Atlatl is the gear matters a lot. What gear you bring affects it a lot. Quick rundown on the Atlatl. If you haven't seen one of the 80 videos I did on it, Atlatl scales with strength bonus for its max hit and ranged bonus for its accuracy. So that means you want to wear things that give you strength bonus and ranged bonus, ideally. Things that are hybrid, like Barrow's gloves. A Fury is actually the best option. The other thing you want to bring, if possible, is change your melee gear out for Eclipse. Eclipse is really, really strong because it allows, the full set allows the Eclipse to start burning some of the time. Burn DPS added is a bunch. You know, when you do Burning Claws, you do Burning Claw, add some burn. This does the same thing, except on auto attacks with the Atlatl. So this adds about 0.7 DPS, something like that. It's effectively like bringing Thralls on top of bringing Thralls, which is good. Everybody knows that Thrall DPS is good. This is ideal. The other benefit is that Eclipse Armor is hybrid. It's range bonus and strength bonus, which is going to boost your max hit. It's going to boost your accuracy, all that good stuff. So this is effectively optimized. The only upgrades here are Prims and Ultor, and things like Pharaoh Gloves are actually worse. Things like Anguish are terrible. You never want to use an Anguish for this. It's really weird. The setup is really weird. But if you don't have the money for a Bofa, this is amazing for you. It's a cheap option that's extremely similar to Bofa. I'm going to show you how to do Butterfly. Bunch of things have happened. Besides just being able to range to Butterfly, if you go into the invocations for Akkha and you turn this one on, Stay Vigilant, he'll do specials a little bit faster. But also, if you do it perfectly, you don't mess up, he never attacks you, he'll also never change styles. So that means you will never, ever, ever have him change styles on you. Amazing change. So this is a must-have. If you're going to Butterfly, turn this on. It's actually directly beneficial to you to have this invocation on. I'll meet you at Akkha room. 1 second. Is Fire Kit better than Assembler? Yes, but you dump darts all over the ground, which is kind of bad. How about is the chip damage if you need to tank Akkha hits? It's dramatically better. Like 40% lower or something. It's a lot better. Okay, welcome to Akkha's room. What's great about this method is if you already know 4-tick Butterfly, it's the same. It's the exact same. You just attack at different parts of the cycle. I have a slightly different tile setup that makes it a little more obvious what we're doing. I'll have the pastebin description below. You just right-click your world map, hit import once you've copied that, and you can get all these tiles for yourself. Exact same as 4-tick Butterfly, you're just attacking faster. So if you've seen the 4-tick Butterfly guide or anything like that, it's going to be the same. We're going to go to this tile. We're going to attack Akkha until he gets 1 tile away, and then we're going to start the cycle. We're just going to attack more often. Big things before you enter. I'll say it again. You need to have Akkha's true tile. So what I prefer is the colors. So you can import the radius markers from my Twitch chat. It's Akkha color. That's the command, ! Akkha color. If you type that in, there will be an import link for you to get all those tiles. That'll give you a color-coded radius marker around him depending on what style he's going to use. And also, that's going to act as a true tile. So you don't even need to input a true tile anywhere. You just import those and you're good to go. But let's say you don't want the color coding for whatever reason. you're just going to go into NPC indicators, type in Akkha's name, Akkha, and you're going to add True Tile and Southwest True Tile Highlight. Okay, that's it. Other plugins that help you. The Tombs of a Mascot plugin can give you health on all of the shadows. It's a toggle. So go in the Tombs of a Mascot plugin, turn that on. That'll tell you whether you'll need to do a DPS skip. We'll get into this. That'll tell you whether you need to do a DPS skip. That's very helpful. Knowing the exact health in the shadows is very important. Other thing you can do is get Monster HP Percentage plugin. Again, type in Akkha's name, and it will show directly over his chest what his health is in big green numbers. So it'll say 100. Every 20% health that Akkha loses, it's going to spawn shadows. So that just helps you know, like, immediately what's going up. Like, you're going to know what's happening. So that's all the plugin setup. All the plugin setup is out of the way. I'm doing this room first. You normally would not do this. Normally, when you salt, that's going to give you full stats, and it's going to give you unlimited run energy. But for me, because I'm doing this as the first room for the guide, we're going to have to pot up, and I'm going to use a stamina. Atlatl's weird. It benefits from both Divine Ranging and Divine Super Combat. Nice thing is salt boosts both of those, so you don't have to worry about that. But for me, I've got a pot with both of these. So let's wait for Akkha to be in a better position before we start. Normally, he starts over here, so you just start the room instantly and go to the attack tile. I'm going to wait a second till he's out of the way. Yo, Lexi with the primer. Thank you, thank you. Let's wait for him to move, like, over here a second. It'll take just a second. Okay, let's pot up. Okay, we should be good to go. Let's go inside, run to the attack tile, summon a thrall. And when he's one tile away, and if he's moving from that direction, we're going to wait for him to get one tile away from that attack tile as well. Now we're in cycle. So all we're going to do is attack on each of the attack tiles and keep running. You'll see I'm racking up some burn damage. You can get up to 5 burn stacks at a time. It just adds a bunch of damage for you. Really, really good to have the full Eclipse set. Otherwise, you're just looking to get ranged bonus and strength bonus. Things like Mixed Hide are okay if you don't have Eclipse. But this is a 500 raid level, so the defense is super, super high. You can see it's still hitting fairly well. Not bad. So the great thing is the DPS on the shadows is insanely good. Equal to Bofa. So you're going to see this is just going to rip right through the shadow. It does great damage. Because they have really low defense, and we're attacking with a very fast weapon. Okay, that's a Simon Says. You can actually, because it's 6 tile range, you can actually keep hitting with Atlatl as well. 5 Simon Says, because it's level 2. Okay, we're going to go here. One more hit. Down to here. Keep attacking. When he's 1 tile away, move up just like that. Very, very simple. So now we're looking to get him to 60 for the next shadows to spawn, and then we're going to move up to this quadrant. So that's the idea. And if you're in a 300, this is going to be so much faster. Like, I'm just showing a 500 for the guide just to kind of show it for a while, like what we're doing. But this just works. It just works. It's crazy that a 20 mil setup can put out this much damage. It's actually insane. Does WikiCalc burn damage yet? I'm not sure. I know Gearscape does. So if you want to put in some calcs on Gearscape, that works. Okay, we're going to move up to here. Let's start hitting the shadow. We're going to move up to this attack tile just like before. Wait for those orbs to start going. 1 tile away. Let's start. Need to summon a thrall. Let's do that. So the only part you're not clicking straight to an attack tile is this left side here. So you just click straight to the attack tile. This is the only one where you need to path out of the way of Akkha. Like that. It's really, really simple. And it's a lot easier than it looks, honestly. So back to hitting Akkha. You see, we're just not having any issue with the DPS skip. I'll show how to do it in the last phase. But honestly, if you do this correctly with an Atlatl, you're never going to need to do a DPS skip. This is unsalted 500, and we have no issue with the shadows. Like, that's how good this is. Very, very solid DPS. Honestly, disgusting. Very impressive. Okay, we're almost phased. All right, let's move up. So start hitting this, go to the attack tile. When it's 1 tile away, move up. Okay, Simon Says, let's get over here. There's going to be 5. Okay, move up to that tile. You see, we just rip through this thing. Like, you are really never going to have to deal with a DPS skip. What'd you say? Oh, paprika. Cat's eating cables, dude. Unlucky. Okay, same as before. We're going to get this to 20. So on this one, I'm going to actually wait out the DPS skip just to show how you do it and take a little bit of damage. But you see that he's just permanently melee mode because I'm doing this perfectly. Like, this just works. You're never, ever going to have the occasional switch of color. You're never going to have Akkha cause you issues. As long as you do it perfectly, this is going to be the same fight every time. 0 damage taken. Okay, we're almost down to there. Let's just repot early. Okay, this is going to be a little awkward. Going to kind of manually path down to here. Okay, there we go. When you're dealing with dropping orbs like that and you don't want to get hit by them, you basically just want to move 2 tiles every time you path. So you just kind of path intentionally with what you're doing. Okay, we want to miss this DPS skip. And we're actually kind of doing bad damage. So I'm just going to do attacks at Akkha. So you're going to stand on this tile, wait for him to stab the ground, and skip it. Just like that. All you got to do. So the timing is just as he slams his spear into the ground, like he thrusts it, that's your cue to click. Go right through it. And again, this is a 500. I barely failed that. Like, I just stopped doing damage. If you're in a 300, you're not going to see that. That's just not going to happen. Okay, so he's green now because I took damage. That's the only way he can change like that. Just going to heal up. Other great thing about Akkha is if you do mess up, this is with keep back on, which provides even more chip damage. They've reduced his chip damage dramatically. So you can actually just full tank keep back hits as well. So if you do end up messing up, you're going to get hit way less hard. Or if you have to do a DPS skip, because a lot of times you got to get melee to do those. It's night and day, the difference. Let's get back on Atlatl. Atlatl's our best DPS. We got him, boys. Cool. Yeah. See, that whole phase, I was just tanking all the chip damage. Not really a problem. Normally, that would just kill you. Because this is a 500. Other great thing, other great change. Comphase has way less cum in it. So dodging all of this is so much easier than it was. And it's every 3 melee hits that land, so you know exactly when it's going to jump. You're just looking for that. Hiya. Beautiful. There you go. So Atlatl competing as per usual. What a surprise. There's a reason we make so many videos. That was a 7-minute Akkha unsalted 500, by the way. That's light years ahead of what it used to have been. Like, Bofa would have been slower than that pre-update. So that's with a 20 mil setup. So what I recommend, if you're looking to gear up and you're going to be doing Atlatl Akkha, use this as your melee gear because it has strength bonus. Like, this is okay for strength bonus. And its low defense now is kind of irrelevant because Baba doesn't hit you anymore. Remember, Baba has no chip damage through prayer. So it doesn't matter what armor you're wearing. And Akkha's chip damage has been reduced. So the things that you wanted to be tanky for, no longer an issue. So you just take a slight DPS decrease on your Fang. Just camp this as your melee armor. And then when you get to Akkha, boom, you've got Atlatl ready to go. Like, you've got a very solid setup. The Berserker Ring is also very important. It's around 5% DPS. So I would bring that as a switch. Light Bearer is great for anything else you're doing. But I would bring Berserker Ring as a switch. Or Altor if you have it. Altor is amazing. Bring a melee ring as a switch, especially for Akkha. You could also use the melee ring in Baba, and that's a really good option there as well. So then use Light Bearer probably the rest of the raid, is what I would recommend. So just keep that in mind. Really want the melee ring. That's the big difference with this, is that you need that ring. But just camping this as your melee armor, using a Fury, make sure you don't bring things like Pharaoh gloves, or use an Anguish with this setup. Also, Fury is going to be better than things like a Torture or a Rancor because it has accuracy for your range style where the other ones don't. So that's really, really important. Okay, we follow? Get in there and raid! This setup costs nothing, it's free! Toa has never been easier, more accessible, more enjoyable. Get in there. It's so much better than it was. It's so much faster than it was. It's so much easier than it was. All right? Leave a like, subscribe, or else. Okay, we could leave off the or else, but do those things. I'll see ya. More guides to come. Peace. Mwah!